Good afternoon, everybody. This is Dr. Jeff Culbert coming to you from Schooley's Mountain Chiropractic Center, your leader in alternative healthcare. One of the things I like to do periodically is to reflect back over the life of my career. And it's been 37 years now since I graduated from chiropractic school and have been involved with chiropractic. And one of the things that I recently did was just go back through my records to see how many patients have I adjusted in 37 years. Turns out that I have adjusted 370,000 adjustments to over 6,300 new patients that I've gotten introduced to over the years. So that is a tremendous lifetime of care and service. And I got to tell you, God has blessed me in so many ways in terms of finding my profession, where I get to lay my hands on people and help people to get well. And as it says up on my wall, always guide them in the right direction. So with that being said, I just wanted to take a moment to reflect on some of my favorite patients that I love to adjust in the office. And I've adjusted kids from as little as 5 minutes old. Those were my kids, and my grandchildren within the first hour or two of them being born. And my oldest patient has been 104 and a half before he passed away of pneumonia back in 2005. And I've seen everything in between. But some of my favorite patients to adjust are kids. And it's amazing to see how well kids do to chiropractic care. Now, a lot of you out there are probably figuring, kids? What do kids need to get adjusted for? Well, they need to be adjusted for a lot of things. And the thing is, they don't necessarily come in for some of the things that typical adults might come in with. A typical adult might come in with lower back pain, sciatica, mid-back pain, popped rib, shoulder, knee, ankle, elbow, wrist, headaches, neck pain, numbness and tingling into the hands or feet. But a lot of the times, the kids that we see in the practice, especially the young kids, infants that are just a couple of weeks old, that start to come in with colic. And we can take care of colicky kids. And the way we do that is through the acupuncture system. We check their immune system, we check their digestive system. And then there's certain key areas of the spine, lower thoracic spine, the low back in terms of the pelvis, in terms of the nerves that come from the sacral region into the intestines, the upper back that goes into the stomach and upper intestines. And then always the thing I love to take care of with kids is what's going on with their neck. The cervical spine does supply the nerves to the diaphragm, which can affect the stomach, which can then affect the intestines, which affects the bowel movements. So there's just a variety of things that we get to check with little kids. And when we find that there is a weakness within the intestines, it gives us a place to start so that we can start to figure out, is it the ileocecal valve? Is it the Houston valves? Is there something going on with the liver, the pancreas, the stress points? And believe it or not, little kids do come in with stress. We've dubbed it as baby stress. Just the process of being born is stressful. Adapting to a new environment is stressful. As they get a little bit older, adapting to new foods all the time that are being introduced can be stressful. And as they start to crawl and they walk and they toddle and they start to fall down, there's some physical stressors. So if you don't think a baby's under stress and that might not be affecting what goes on, let's look at it this way. When an adult is affected with stress, they go into a fight, fright, or flight mode. Primitive reflexes. The baby's going to go through the same thing. So as the baby's adapting to a new world, new environment, new parents, new brothers and sisters, a whole new world, again, that is a stressor. And they don't have a way to communicate to you that saying, Mom, Dad, I don't feel good today because of the food that you took in last night and that I'm getting through your breast milk is now irritating my colon. They just know that they're going to cry or they're going to smile or they're going to be laughing or cooing to communicate to you whether they're in a good mood or a bad mood. They don't know how to process and deal with the stress like we do. So again, you may be finding that with little babies and little infants and toddlers, that they're coming in for a variety of different things. So little kids, typically colic is the big thing that I end up seeing with them. As they get a little bit older, those kids that are from 6 months to 9 months to a year to 2 years, we start to see them coming in not so much with colic and intestinal stuff, but things more like allergies, as well as ear infections, okay? And, we have a little girl in right now. She's cute as a button. When she started to come in, it was for her ears. Mom was literally probably about a week away from getting tubes put into her ears and came in and said, I've heard chiropractors can help kids with their drainage so that they don't have to go through tubes. So we took a look at her. We found that there were definitely things going on cranially. Okay, she had a double TMJ, and when your TMJ is clenching, you're often going to find that the eustachian tube clogs. Okay, she also had some drainage issues that were going on. There were some cranial faults that were going on. Mid-cervical, upper back, lower thoracic spine, ileocecal valve, stress points, drainage points, and a thymus acupuncture point. We're all out with this little girl. Now the thing is, working with her, unlike a lot of our little kids that come in, they just have a great time with chiropractic right from the get-go. She was very timid and very shy. So it went through a process of a lot of screaming in the office when she would come in and we would start to go in to adjust her. The other things that we were doing besides adjusting with an activator, small handheld adjusting tool, so that there's nothing that is traumatic going on, no heavy twisting or crunching of the spine with these little ones. But we use an activator, small handheld adjusting tool. It sounds like a staple gun going off to her middle back at T12, T6 and T4, which relate to the sinuses, mid-cervical, C5, upper cervical, atlas, and then working the drainage points for the sinuses, frontal and maxillary, working the TMJ, promoting drainage, working the drainage points, working the thymus points. Little by little, she started to show improvement. The ears started to clear, the tugging on the ears, the itching of the ears, and the crying went away within the first 10 days to 2 weeks. The other thing that we did with her is we added in our wonder therapy. Okay, and I got to tell you, in the old days before I had my cold laser machine, it took us generally months to see improvements with the drainage in the ears. With the cold laser and some diet modifications that we typically make with these little kids, and when the mom's compliant with that, it just moves them through incredibly fast. Okay, the drainage is there. They start to clear up almost immediately once we start to apply that. Now with her, it was a little bit difficult because we could only do the cold laser for a minute or two before she got so crazed. But now at this stage of the game, I got to tell you, she was just in yesterday, probably the best behaved she has been. Never a whimper or a cry, no screaming in the room. She just held mom's hand. We went and we checked some things. We did some things. She was really great with it. And now when we go to do the cold laser, okay, this little peanut lays down on the table and she literally holds the cold laser onto her ear. She'll hold it over her sinus points and back onto the other ear, all promoting the drainage and helping to move that lymph through a whole lot faster. She's doing the therapy now, while my staff just simply holds on to the bottom of the handle, and she's now completely comfortable with our office. So the changes that we've seen in this little peanut is just amazing, and to know that we've helped her avoid the tubes going into her ears so that at this stage of the game she can continue with a normal, healthy childhood. As we talk to her mom, we're going to adjust her again tonight, and then we'll see her twice next week. And with me going away on a trip, believe it or not, my wife and I have been married 40 years this year, so we're going away on a 40th anniversary trip. And if she holds her adjustment really, really well while we are away for a week, then the following week we're going to start to reduce her frequency, and we're going to start to slowly see if she can go longer and longer in between adjustments before anything starts to rear its head. And then we'll know where we have to support and maintain her at. So again, little kids, you may not think that little kids need a chiropractic adjustment, but they respond phenomenally with the colic, and they respond phenomenally well with ear infections. So that's just a little bit of the extra things that people may come into our office. Chiropractic is not really about what's going on with pain, although chiropractic treatment can help pain. What we're really trying to do with chiropractic is restore balance to the nervous system, and wherever those nerves goes, muscle, joints, organs, glands, or skins, in the case of the kids with the ear infections and colic, to make a difference with their nervous system so that the body starts to function the way it's supposed to be, as close to 100% as we can possibly get it, avoiding the chronic ear infections, the colic, the intestinal stuff that can go on and to plague these kids, and make the start of their life a little bit more on the miserable side than the enjoyable side. So with that being said, if anything that I have said today has piqued your interest into chiropractic for the children in your life or the grandchildren in your life, nieces or nephews, please check out Schooley's Mountain Chiropractic Center at smcc4u.com, and take a look at our website and see if anything there intrigues you. And if there is something that intrigues you and you're local to our area, please feel free to give us a call. There's never a charge for a consultation to determine if yours or your child's case is that which would respond well to chiropractic care. And if you're outside of the area and you're interested in chiropractic care and you think there's something we can help you with, please don't hesitate to shoot us an email or deliver a phone call to the office. Let us know where you are, and if we can find a great chiropractic for you, we will try to help you find a chiropractor, because Schooley's Mountain Chiropractic Center, we like to think we are the leaders in alternative healthcare and on the cutting edge of alternative healthcare. So if we can help you, we're doing our service, helping people get well and guiding them in the right direction. So this is Dr. Jeff Culbert from Schooley's Mountains Chiropractic Center signing off, saying thanks for listening today. And if you have a friend or you know somebody that would benefit from chiropractic care, please hit like and share to help grow our web page and spread the word of chiropractic care across the country and around the world. Thank you very much. You guys have a great day now.